Hello everyone, welcome back to the continuing instalments for Railroad Corporation 2. We literally where we left it, I had a bit of a breather and a think about what to do with regards to supplying your own town and obviously the buildings within your town. So specifically, for example, the complications we were having with coal. So I've sorted it in a way, and again, this is where warehouse will play a major part. So basically, we're going to go through the trains in a moment to make sure that there are no trains with coal that's coming into Pasadena. We have our own coal mine. We don't need any coal coming in. So I'll look at all the trains in just a moment. But in the meantime, what I've done is I've set up a rule in the warehouse for coal. 3 rules. So first of all, the warehouse, or me, obviously out of my money, will buy any coal at all from the coal mine. So basically, whatever coal they have in the coal mine will go straight into the warehouse. So I'm already paying out for it. So basically, I'm paying out 2,750 for every item of coal that goes into the warehouse. That's the first thing. I then needed to split it 3 ways. So the 3 ways I'm looking at on here is that we supply brickworks and pottery in the City Hall. Now I am also wary that there will be other towns nearby that don't have a coal mine, and as such may need to have supply from there. But bearing in mind coal was quite a small amount of money even to sell it. So for example here I make $4,000 on it each one. It's not going to give me a huge amount of money compared to other items. So what I'm going to have done here is basically set a rule up that if the brickworks and the pottery themselves, so each of them have 20 in stock, if they've got less than 20 in stock, we will top up from the warehouse to top them up to 20 rather than 30. So it'll keep them ticking over. We then say, basically, if I've got more in the warehouse of 20, that then is then sold to the town. So it supplies the town and keeps them happy. Now, there'll come a point where we will run out, and that's fine. But eventually, it'll keep topping itself up as time goes on. And hopefully what we do is we then reduce, when the brickworks are done, for example, for this particular task, I will then reduce the amounts required to do. So basically it'll be like if they've got more than say 28 in stock, less than 28 in stock, then we'll supply them, but we won't need to do that so much. So at least then it sorts out the initial issue of what to do with the coal. Now we need to look at our trains in that case as well, because this is where the issues I want to find out. So for example, Pasadena is taking coal from the coal mine, no more. It now needs to take it from the warehouse to go to Cicero, and I'm only going to put in. I'll do 3 as before, and then Cicero unloads into the warehouse and then logs back in, so it gives us all the logs we need as well. So again, that comes straight into the town itself, and that's fine. I'm not going to change the logs at the moment, although I think what happens is it goes, so basically the logs actually go to the town of Bryan, which is this one. And in fact, to be honest, it looks like that they're getting to a point where they don't need any more logs either. So what I'm tempted to do is, here is I'm going to change that to 2, and I'm going to change up that to 2. So that's train 1 sorted. Train 2 is exactly the same, in a situation that we are supplying Cicero again with coal. But again, I want to be a bit wary on what I send, so I think that's fine. But I think what we'll do is exactly the same with the wood here. Take that one off of there and add it onto there. In fact, I'm very tempted to get rid of one of the trains. One thing I'm going to do, actually, while we're at it, is you may remember in the research we got we upgraded to a new locomotive, but I haven't upgraded my trains yet, so let's do that as well. So we're going to upgrade to that, and then we'll do the same with that one. So we're upgrading the trains as we go along on that basis. Okay, train 3. Train 3 is getting loaded. I'm going to get rid of train 3. Train 7, because once you get rid of a train, the number disappears, so it goes to the next one available. So T7 is going between Port Orange and Cicero, and that's because it needs clay. Now, again, as I said, Port Orange is the only place at this moment in time supplying clay, which is okay because it's still got plenty here that it's supplying. One thing I'm tempted to do, though, is to remove the issue regarding people, because, again, I think what's happening with this is that it's just clogging up. So I'll leave that as is, that's fine. We'll leave that again, but we'll also change the train. Need to save that first and then change it. Schedule. Now, again, the situation in here, it looks like that it's unloading issue down in. So let's go down to the station. So this one is one of these ones that looks like it's unloading. It's full up there, so it should be unloading to the warehouse. It's not. Okay, that's easy sorted. That's train 7 done. Right, train 8. Exactly the same again. We'll do exactly the same format. We will, that's already going to the warehouse, but we will get rid of the people on board for the time being. I know getting people to and from is handy because the more you go, you should hopefully expand the town, but the trains are being clogged up because of it. So maybe what we'll do is we'll do a train that just does the passengers, but again, we'll need to change the train itself. T11 is going from Santa Cruz going across to Hamilton. So it's delivering from the Greenfield to Hamilton, and then the flour is going from Hamilton over to Cicero, and then it's loading the logs back into Santa Cruz. I'm tempted to change those logs for pottery, but what I want to do is I want to do exactly the same as we did before, in that now we've got a warehouse. I'm going to supply pottery from here, so 2 pottery, and I'm going to unload it in Santa Cruz. Train's already fine, but what we'll do is we'll set a rule up so that the pottery, so we will cancel, we will buy the pottery from the factory. So basically, check my storage, check this, so I need just to supply it basically. So let's just say check my storage. If I have less than 25 in stock, and then that will all come over to here, and then what we do is we sell some back to the town. So again, we'll set up a rule, and we will say that their storage, if they have less than 10 in stock, we sell to them. So again, if we just unhook that for a second, I think, what was the train that we were on? I think it was T7, was it we were on? No, T11. Okay, so let's unpause that. That should move all the pottery over to here. So it's buying and selling, at the moment it's buying and selling clay for a pastime at the moment. And here's the pottery coming in, and then that pottery should go across to them if they've got 10. The rest will come here, and then the rest will go on the train. The next train is literally a person train, and again, I'm going to destroy that at the moment because I just don't see the point. Or do we just have 1? Let's bring that down to, say, 2, actually. We'll go to 2. It's just a people train. Right, this one is supplying coal to Shawnee, which is then in turn supplying coal to Brian. Okay, I am going to remove this train in a sense that actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out of Pasadena and let Shawnee supply Brian. Now what will happen is eventually I will put a warehouse in Shawnee, but in the meantime we'll do that. Next train is going from Cicero to Pasadena, so it's supplying pottery, which we no longer need, so this train can go. This is the next train from Santa Cruz to Hamilton to Cicero. Again, what we'll do is we'll change that and put in 2 of those, and we'll unload that, 2 of those. This train is going from Port Orange to Cicero, and it's delivering. It's unload. Oh, right. So what we could do is we have got a fair amount of logs in here. So again, I think what we do is if we upgrade. So this is train 16. So we upgrade the warehouse to 100, and we will set a logging rule so that we will buy from the logging camp if I have less than 20, 25 even. Actually, does the town need any? So the town does need it. So basically what I'll do is if I have less than 40, we will buy from the camp, and then I'm going to sell back to City Hall. Set up a rule, so I need to sell if they have less than 20, and the rest will sit in storage. And then in the meantime we go back to our trains, and it's number 17 I believe we were looking at. No, wasn't it the one before that? This one, that's it. So basically we were loading, so we're going to load now from the warehouse, and that'll go straight over to them. So 17 is another train that's supplying grain. I'm going to cancel that one for now. 18 is basically doing the same issues with regard to people, and I think what we'll do here is see what they actually want. So they're looking for the coal, they're looking for flour, pottery. See, mail, they are looking for mail. So we could send them some mail. So actually what we'll do is, that's exactly what we'll do. We'll send, actually they also want people as well. Actually no, we'll leave that as it is, that's fine. So basically what's happening is that they are supplying us, tempted to actually up our order, as we do have the room. And we are going to put that straight into the warehouse. So it's no longer going straight to the pottery team. 19 is supplying coal. I think we'll supply that from not the coal mine. We'll do that from the warehouse. We will review that again, but that's fine. Port Orange, we've already got sorted out. That's already coming from, although that's coming into the pottery factory. We don't want that. We want that to come into the warehouse. And again, this is supplying people with flour, but their flour is full up now, and the bakery isn't making a damn bit of difference. So what we need to do is reduce the flour. Tell you what we'll do. We'll lobby Port Orange for a warehouse. So we'll do exactly the same again. So this is kind of like moving on quite quickly now, which is really, really good. So let's lobby Port Orange for a warehouse. Give that a little while to run, and then obviously once the warehouse is done, that should obviously then hopefully allow us to move flour into the warehouse and supply as needed. So T21 we need to come back to. Same with T22. And I'm tempted to get rid of T23. T24 4 is supplying Pasadena again with clay, and again we want to put that straight into the warehouse. T26 is doing exactly the same as well, straight into the warehouse. So we're not far away now from police, and courts is doing okay, it's going into the warehouse, that's fine. T30, again we'll put that straight into the warehouse. So there will come a point that maybe what will happen is that the warehouse will be full and we'll need to upgrade it again, but we will cross that as when we need to. That's fine. We've already dealt with that one, that's okay. That one's again being okay. We'll take that from the warehouse, which is what we're doing. And this has got to come from the warehouse, which it is. Same again. And we're back to the beginning. So, all looking good. We now have the ability to put in a warehouse, so we'll do that now here at Port Orange. And again, what we'll do is we'll upgrade that as well, straight away. So there's a big 400,000 chunks coming out of my money, but I've got nearly 3 million and I've paid my tax bills, so we're all looking good. And we'll set a rule up for flour. So basically the flour needs to go, so we need to go back to T20, so the trains T21 and T22. So T21, unload straight into the warehouse. And the same with T22. And then what we need to do then is to give it a rule that we sell it to City Hall. So basically check their storage. If they have less than 30 in storage, we basically sell. So that will just build up and go through there. Okay, so we've sorted all the trains out, which is good, and therefore at the moment they're all going through warehouses where possible. You can see straight away here Cicero's warehouse is at 70. It's very worth tempting to see whether it's worth upgrading it. Cost upgrade is 200,000 and it will give us how much space, doesn't say. Let's upgrade it. I think we're going to need to, it's taking it to 200, that's good, and I think we probably will have to do the same with this one. Yeah, we're already there, so okay, that's fine. So the coal, this is the thought about the coal itself can now be supplied to Brian, which is good. So let's put in a train, let's order a train. So it's by locomotive, and we are going to go from Pasadena, and we are going to load up with from the warehouse. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are going to add a station, and we're going to unload in Bryan. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're not going to do anything in the meantime, so that's that one. And it'll be interesting to see why all these trains crewed up. Let's have a look. So it's waiting for pottery again. Okay, so let's just see what we've got in stock. This is one of the things we're going to look at for. Stock we have is 25, so again let's do a train, and we are going to supply So let's supply. So it's coming from Cicero, from the warehouse supply. Let's do 3 for now, and we're going to put that into Pasadena, into the warehouse. We're also going to copy it to put 2 trains on there. So we'll have 2 trains going to and from Pasadena, which should then top up a pottery, and that should hopefully deal with that. The issue we have at the moment is not the problem we got is we're not getting enough clay coming in, because the clay is heading over to the brickworks. Now that may be because of the rule. Let's have a look. Right, so basically he's supplying. Right, I got the wrong rule on here then. I think what's happening. So basically what we need to do is we need to check their storage. If they have less than 20, supply to them. And if they have less than 20, supply to them. In the meantime, we need to buy back. We won't be able to buy back what's there. So this is where the issue is coming, is all the clay was going straight into the warehouse and heading over to there. Now this is good news. Newport City is building, which means they want wood and coal. That does mean that with the train that's in place now, T29, we can supply the coal from the warehouse. 1, 2, 3, straight to Newport City. And that will then start to build them up as well. Now, it'll be interesting to see if anybody actually wants bricks other than Las Vegas. I know Pasadena does, so I'm tempted now. In fact, this is what we're going to do. We are going to move some of those bricks out of there. I'm going to buy from there, and if I have less than 20, I'm going to move from the brickworks. So they're coming in there. They'll still supply Las Vegas for the time being, but if I have less than 20, and then I'm going to sell straight to City Hall. If they have less than 20, and that means straight away we're going to be building up our supply there as well. So this is all looking really good at the moment, in the sense that in this last 20-25 minutes we've kind of sorted out all the trains. We are building. The towns themselves are absolutely growing. Each of the towns that are affected are growing. We are 6 years old, well 5.5 years away from the 20th century, so I'd imagine probably new things are going to be coming in. Flour is literally running out completely here, which is why these two guys are waiting. So we do need to supply more grain, but I don't think we've got enough grain to supply. We have, but it's not a huge amount. Let's put in another train. I don't think it's this. No, which train station is it nearby that has a depot? I think it's this one. It does. So we're going to put in, and it's going to be from Santa Cruz, and we're going to put in 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are going to unload them in Hamilton. There we go. I want to refill up that as soon as possible. Let's have a look at the business itself. So let's see if we can do any more. So I've got 5 people I can use. Yes, I have. So we can assign the specialist to this one. So assign. That's good. This one doesn't have a representative office at the moment, so let's see if we can lobby this one for a representative office. So that means we need to lobby Santa Cruz for industry land, and we've got 2 of those available somewhere. Here we go. I'm also looking at lobbying because I think the costs and that are coming down as well. Yeah, we've got 23 days left to go. Reduction of tax the company pays when building real estate by 30%. We can do that one. No, yes, we can. We're going to lobby that as well. These 2 here, they help towards your financial side of things. So, for example, here, buildings upkeep for a given period of time, which is soon to run out, you will pay 50% less for the building upkeep. And same with this as well. Whenever you are building real estate, you reduce by 30 days. So this will run out shortly. Research. I haven't done any research for a long time, so we need to do some more research. And we're heading into territory where we are going to need level 2 shortly. At the moment, let's just do these 2. And then I'm going to hire some staff. Need level 2 research. And we've only got the 1. God blimey. Okay. That's fine for now. Might be worth actually see if we can upgrade the department as well. 250 grand. Right. So that should be the whole, all 4 departments at level 3 maxed out. It is. So we've got all 4 departments maxed out at level 3. Do I need to expand Pasadena head office at this moment in time? I don't think I do. The only thing it would do is effectively reduced. So you get 5 more staff. That's fine. Oh, I see. You're only limited to 5. Ah, right. Okay. The number of offices, which is probably why I wasn't able to do it in San Mateo. And that's fine. That's okay. We'll do that. Train depots costs 40% less. Yeah. Let's do that. So we've maxed out as far as headquarters is concerned. It does mean that we can only have 1 more rep office. So we have to be wise on that. And I'm tempted to have a look and see whether or not we put it in somewhere like Shawnee, or do we wait and go into somewhere like Euless? Got an alert that says Pasadena warehouse is full, so let's have a look and see. Yeah, not surprised. Okay, so let's upgrade once more. We now have a £500 capacity within the warehouse, which is amazing, as we needed that. Coal is coming thick and fast. We've got 166 items in coal. These guys are full up. In fact, I'm going to change the rules on these guys and put them to 25. Not City Hall. Pottery. This one. If they have less than 25... Actually, no. We're going to top it up 30. We're going to keep it topped up because I have got absolutely more than I need. Okay, so what we'll do, oh, there's 4 trains waiting here. Let's have a look at these trains first of all. Waiting for a track. Pottery, and not surprised it's not getting that many. It's taking the one we need and that's it. We need some more clay. We need a lot more clay. This is the issue. We don't have enough clay coming in into the Pasadena. And that's fine. We'll get that sorted out. In the meantime, let's have a look and see what we need to do here. Do we need to? Can we actually do anything with these? No. Okay, well, I think that's been quite quite productive today, and this in both of the episodes that have been recorded today. Obviously, the second one will be edited and added later in the week. But I think purposely, I think this has kind of been very profitable. I'm still waiting for this particular to finish up in Las Vegas, but that won't be long. I think the only thing I've got to sort out now is the fact that I've got a batch of coal here that I've been building up, and I've got nowhere to send it at the moment. Oh, I'm not sending it anywhere at the moment, so we'll need to think about that. So, any obviously any comments or hints or tips you may have, then please do put them in the comment section below. And if you've liked what you've seen, as always, click like and subscribe. Other than that, thank you indeed for watching, and I will catch you on the next instalment.